what they did, but like to have your whole show be so focused on these new Xbox exclusive games that the last game that you showed, like your last, like your drop the mic moment was a game that's cross-platform.
Yeah.
Like that seemed like a miss. Like that to me seemed like a miss.
I think they really messed up. Maybe they don't have anything, and maybe from them it's just like, guys, this is what we got. Sorry, we'll work with what we get. We don't. Unfortunately, maybe they had something that they were hoping that they could show, but they don't have it ready. So that I guess we'll just have to end with Anthem, which is fine. I mean, it's a great game, and we'll get to show it, and Sony won't. But still, they didn't have it, and that was one thing that I think Sony will do better with them. Will beat them out. Is that I'm curious if Sony will beat it. I know you'll watch, and I'm excited to hear after you watch all three on. It's playing again right now.
We're watching the Anthem thing cool, too. Oh, it's so good.
But I'm excited to hear what your thoughts, because you'll watch all three. I won't watch Sony's just because I'm not that interested in it.
I might look up the Spider-Man thing.
Yeah, I might look up ones, or maybe wait for you to tell me to look one up. But I will. I'll probably watch Nintendo's at home and see what that is, because I'm excited for Odyssey. But yeah, I think they really dropped the ball on that. I think that's the biggest one, and I think what the other one is. Right?
So let me give you this. Wait, what were you gonna? What?
I think the other one was we were shocked. I don't know if it's bad or good, or bad or necessarily, but we were expecting some VR stuff.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No VR.
Yeah, we were surprised by that.
That's really surprising. Not even a mention of it. Not even like we're working to bring a VR experience to. It almost to me sounds like Microsoft doesn't believe in VR. That they believe it's more of a passing fad, and if it takes off, they'll wait until it does, and then jump on board, and then come out with a solution that's maybe next generation. I don't know. But to me, that was like a blatant, like, hey, VR is for PC gamers, and that's it.
And maybe we'll be there, but we're not going to.
We're not going to like attach our buggy to that horse right now.
Yeah, and so I don't know. That's what this is actually very distracting. By the way,
they got Anthem playing again in the background.
It's really distracting.
Watching, it's awesome.
It is that cool. They're about to jump off the cliff and fly away.
So let me ask you this: if you had to rate the Xbox press conference for E3 2017 on a scale of 1 to 5, where would you rate it?
Oh, I'd probably give it. I mean, I seriously, they did pretty well. They did pretty good. And I think the system does look really good, and they didn't dwell on it. So, I really would give it a 4. I think what would have given it a 4.5 or a 5 would have been an exclusive game. I'm not super upset about the VR. I was just expecting it. But a big shit-your-pants exclusive game was what was missing from their conference.
Yeah, I could not agree more. I think I'm in the 4 range because I am so proud of Xbox for going out there and saying, here are all the games. And we said going in, what they need to do is show the games and come out and show just absolutely amazing, beautiful, awesome exclusive games and third-party games. And they came out with 22 exclusive games that all looked cool. I mean, they all looked great. None of them were blow the doors off big franchises like Gears of War or Halo or anything, but still great looking games and exclusives and a lot of reasons why you should be playing games on Xbox. So for that reason alone, I give it a 4. And I agree with you, like a 4.5 or a 5 would have been to say, hey, we've got a new Halo experience for you. Because again, you're launching a new console. And when you launch a new console and you're Microsoft, you better at least mention that there's a Halo project being worked on. I don't even need
care if they just show the symbol and play a music.
That's trailer, all they had to do. A field trailer or anything. Yeah, it could have showed the you're right. They could have revealed the logo for Halo 6.
Yeah,
and everyone would have been great. Or a non-mainline Halo game, which I can't imagine they don't have the ability to crank out anytime. Anyways, so I'd say 4. An ability to get to 4.5 or a 5, but just not quite there. Let's talk about Game of Show for Microsoft.
Well, one I guess we forgot to mention is I wouldn't say it's Game of Show, but it looked really good. Was the very first one after Forza when they got into the 42 games was that Metro game.
Yeah,
the very beginning.
We
started off strong.
That. Yeah, that game looked fantastic, and I had never played any of the Metro 2033 or whatever those games were called. I always kind of thought that they looked cool, but I never got around to playing them. Yeah. This looked really amazing.
Oh yeah, it looked really, really good. I don't want to say If I were to say the best game that they showed, it was Anthem, hands down. But I think that's a little cheap to call that the game of their conference because it's not exclusive.
Right.
So I'm gonna say Sea of Thieves was probably hands down the most surprising, best, most fun game that they showed.
I agree with you. I think Sea of Thieves won it for sure. And I agree that Anthem, which we are still being totally distracted by on our TV right now, they're replaying the trailer. Man, that game looks amazing. But since that's cross-platform, I don't want to give it a best in show for Xbox. I think the only thing that could challenge Sea of Thieves' crown for best in show for Xbox for us this year was Crackdown 3. But they didn't show enough of it. They didn't show anything.
It could have
been,
yeah.
But they didn't show us enough that I am excited about it. They showed a solid gameplay demo for Sea of Thieves, and for me, it's like that's something different enough that I could see picking up and playing and really enjoying. The other ones that, notable mentions, I think, Battlegrounds, PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds is probably close. But since, that really originated on PC, and the only reason that we would be excited about it, I think, is because we know that the PC crowd is loving it so much. And there's already
it's
positive
not a new
hype.
Game.
Yeah, there's already positive hype rolling into this that we're sort of piggybacking off of. In terms of, a game that I saw that I am legitimately excited to play, I'd say Sea of Thieves gets my vote.
Yeah, I would. PlayerUnknown is close, but it's not a new game. It does look a lot better. It's in advance, but yeah, Sea of Thieves. It seems like everybody on Twitter, according to what we're watching right now, Twitter is saying that Assassin's Creed is what everybody's chatting about.
It's just such a Call of Duty style game.
Yeah, we're not. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. It does look good. It does look fun, but it just doesn't look new to me. It just looks like a new environment, same game.
Yep.
And so that's why I wouldn't give that my game of the conference, and that's why I think we're going to give it to Sea and Thieves. So I'm curious on what Sony's going to bring to the table and what Nintendo's going to bring to the table. We'll see. I'm excited what Brogan's going to say about all three.
Yep. So again, the plan is make sure to tune in. This episode will be going live on a Monday morning, so you can listen to that. Post the Xbox press conference, and then on Monday night we'll be recording our reaction show to the PlayStation, the Sony press conference, and then Tuesday we'll record our reaction to the Nintendo. I think it's the casting couch.
The casting couch.
Yeah, whatever the Nintendo thing is.
Treehouse.
On the Treehouse on Tuesday. So we will be giving an individual best of show for each of those. And then for our regular scheduled show of the week, we'll dissect everything that happened at E3 and give our best in show. So guys, this has been our reaction to the Microsoft conference. They've announced the Xbox One X, 22 exclusive games on stage for Microsoft. I would say is a huge win and a huge step in the right direction, making up grounds in the console war. Guys, again, thank you for tuning in. Remember, if you have questions, you can reach out to us at geeks, that's GEEKS, at HOTYB.co. We'll read your questions here live on the air, and you'll be entered to win a free video game. A digital download code that we will send directly to you for reaching out to us. So again, that's geeks, that's GEEKS, at HOTYB.co. And don't forget to subscribe to us on iTunes, Stitcher, SoundCloud, YouTube, however you get your podcasts. Make sure to tune in each and every week for the hottest gaming news from Brogan, Wyatt, Blev, and Buddy on the Hold On to Your Butts podcast. Guys, thank you so much. Wyatt, any final thoughts?
No, but this guy up here is just gorgeous, who is doing a reality. Okay, I'm getting off track.
Wow, dynamite stuff. Thank you guys for tuning in. Goodbye.